I gonna take out the alternator on this car. It's a 2000 Toyota Camry CE. The engine is 4-cylinder. The first thing I'm gonna do is remove the negative cable from the battery. I'm gonna loosen the nuts. And then move the cable. Here's the alternator. I'm gonna move this electrical connector. To take this off, this is a cover. Take it off, just pull it out. There's a nut on top. I'm gonna use a socket to take the nuts out. I'm gonna put the nuts back on so I don't lose it. I might have to use this nut to put it on the new alternator. But if the new alternator comes with a nut, then I'm not gonna use this one. There's another electrical connector here. I gotta take this out too. I'm gonna get this rubber cover out the way so I could see how the connector is. See this part here? I gotta push it down and then pull it out. I was able to do it with my hand. If you can't do it with your hand, you could use a plier to clamp on it and pull it out. Right now, these wires are connected to the alternator through this bracket. I gotta move it. See this thing right here? I'm gonna push it up and then I could move it. Before you start the next step, you might want to take a look at the belt here. This belt goes around pulleys. You might want to draw a picture or take picture of the belt in the pulley, so when you do put the belt back on, you put it back on the right way. If the tension on your belt is good, then you might want to check out the tension too. So when you put the belt back on, you have an idea of how the tension should be. This is the pivot bolt. I'm gonna use a 14mm socket to remove it. The pivot bolt is still on the, still holding the alternator to the engine. I loosened the pivot bolt, but I didn't take it out. You don't want to take out the pivot bolt yet. It looks like this is the lock bolt and this is the adjusting bolt. I'm gonna loosen the lock bolt. I'm using a 12 millimeter socket. I'm gonna turn the adjustment bolt counterclockwise, and by doing this, I'm gonna release tension on the drive belt, so I can remove the drive belt. After turning the adjustment bolt, the drive belt is loose. I gotta turn it more so I could take the drive belt out. I gotta just leave the drive belt here. I'm not gonna move it. On this engine, the drive belt goes around 3 pulley. Depending on your engine, there might just be 2 pulley that your drive belt goes around. Here's the pivot bolt. The lock bolt is already loosened. I'm gonna take it out now. I'm gonna try using this plier. I mean, it's not a plier, it's a pry bar. Here's the old alternator, the new one. You want to make sure they are identical. The new one doesn't have this bracket, so I'm gonna take the bracket out of the old one and put on the new one. I'm gonna use an 8 millimeter socket to take the bracket out. I did test the alternator on this car. I tested the alternator when the alternator was still on the car. And from my conclusion, I think the alternator is bad. But I'm gonna take it to AutoZone just to double check, have them test the alternator. If the alternator is bad, then I'm gonna install the new alternator. Because I don't wanna install the new alternator and the problem with the car is something else. I got back from AutoZone. The guy there, he tested the alternator. He tested twice, and on both tests the alternator failed. So I'm gonna install the new alternator, and installation is just the reverse of removing it. And just for your information, I did bought the new alternator from AutoZone. I'm trying to fit the alternator in between here. It won't go in. If you use like a hammer like this, you don't wanna hit it hard. You could crack the alternator. this thing right here, where you adjust the tension on the belt, you can actually move it back and forth so you could align the locking bolt with the alternator. Installation is a lot harder than removing it. I got the pivot bolt in there, so everything else should be easy. This is the bracket I took off of the old alternator. I'm gonna put on the new one. Goes right here. I gotta move the nuts from the new alternator. And then this goes in. It's on it tight. Here's the new alternator. I'm gonna explain why I thought the alternator was bad in the beginning. Cause I could jump start the car. I use a portable jump start. I could jump start the car, but when I try to drive it, the engine shut down. So that's the reason why I thought the alternator was bad. I clamped it here. A lot of people think you're supposed to clamp the negative to the negative of the battery, but that's not the right way. And don't forget to put the negative battery post back to the negative of the negative side of the battery. I mean the negative cable to the negative battery post. So positive to the battery positive, negative cable to a ground on the engine. I'm gonna start the car now. I put the positive lead on the positive post and the negative lead on the negative post. It's getting over 14 volts, so the alternator is good. I took the car for a drive, and it drives good, so the problem's been fixed. The problem was the alternator. I'm not gonna turn off the car, because if I do, right now the engine's running. If I turn off the car, I think the battery might not be good. So it's possible I won't be able to start the car if I turn it off. So more than likely, I'm gonna need a new battery. It's possible I won't need a new battery, but I think I'm gonna need a new battery.